Greetings, people of Earth. It is I, Rabid. And today, in case the titles and the thumbnails and stuff didn't give it away, I'm here to discuss my music and how I make it, and specifically, how to make good music and not AI slop. Because as many of you may know, go under another name, Rabid Raccoon, and have another channel here on YouTube that is just purely about music and songs. I just record my music and upload it there. Yeah, I started getting into it about a year or two ago. Unfortunately, though, it was just as I was getting up to me singing in my music, I had a stroke after discovering the 20 years of strokes, as probably everybody's sick and tired of hearing me discuss. But the thing is, yes, once upon a time, I used to be an okay singer. In primary school, I was the lead singer of my school choir. In high school, I got picked for the lead role in the Pirates of Penzance musical, and I was even a singer in a heavy metal band there for a while, lead singer, back in my younger days. And yeah, unfortunately, music was always something I wanted to pursue, and I've always been good at songwriting and imagination and stuff like that. But yes, as I've gotten older, your voice breaks, and then having these strokes and stuff, it's harder for me to regulate my tone of voice now and my speech. And not exactly how you want to be if you decide to kick off your rock star career at the age of 50. And so what I do is I'm using software to help me take care of this. Specifically, there are going to be 4 pieces of software that I use to make my work, and I'm going to explain my process and exactly what I put into it and how I get there in the end. And the software to keep in mind is Notepad. I use Notepad++, Audacity, the free audio software, Magic's Music Maker, and as well as the last one, and the only one that's not installed on my computer, I'm using Suno, an online AI tool that many may have heard of. But the thing is, I basically use Suno in ways I don't think many people would consider. And I'm hopefully, as we go along, I'm going to tell people how to avoid the AI trap. So I think we're going to get into it now, and I'm going to show you how I go from start to finish and get to that final song. Here's the thing with AIs. I don't use AIs as AIs because there's no such thing. I use them as LLMs. I just use them as the tools that they are. It's the same as me being naturally talented as an artist. I can pick up a pen and paper and do a decent drawing. Yet, hey, I can also pick up a mouse, jump on my computer, open PaintShop Pro or Photoshop or any image editing device, and draw just as good. It's just, that's the thing you got to consider with AI software. It is a tool, and you need to read the manual and understand how it works to get the best results. You'll always get AI slop if you just click generate. It's going to be obviously AI. Some of us have an eye and an ear for it. Now, the most of the people on the planet, you could probably fall and get away with it. But me, I put hours, days into each song that I release. It doesn't get released until it sounds the way I want it to sound. I put a lot of time into the production, even when it was the AI singing. But yes, the ultimate goal was for it to be me singing, and I used AI as auto-tune, okay? But the songs that are me singing, it is actually me singing, okay? I just want to get that out of the way. So, all right, let's get going. Hey, first of all, Notepad. Here is the lyrics I've written out for a song I've written called What I Thought This Was. And it starts off with, when I was small, I had it clear. Love was the point, it felt so near. Okay, but we don't want to sing that yet. I move on to Music Maker, software made by Magic's, a company that's well known for their Vegas Pro software. And in here, you can basically make music. Like, so I have a whole song mapped out there, and then I can export it. And then once it's exported, I will move it on to our next bit of software, Audacity. Okay, I'm not going to go into huge details and show you how this is all done. I'm just going to give you highlights of how I do things, and hopefully you can pick up some things from them if this type of stuff interests you. Okay, so now we move on to Audacity, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to drag in all my musical tracks, like so. Now, if we hit the play button, we should hopefully play some music. Now what I want to do is, I want to jump back to the start here. And the thing is, you don't want to just do what I'm doing here once. You want to do it, if you're doing it my way, 26 times, okay? You want to record 26 songs in your own voice, but they don't have to all be songs or music. It can just be you talking for a couple of minutes and stuff. And the song shouldn't be over 4 minutes long. Okay, so now we've added all the tracks that I'm going to be using, and I've added another audio track, and that is the one that I'm going to be recording to. I want to make sure that we're at the start here. Now, once I hit record, the music will start playing, and I just sing over the top of it. It doesn't matter if your lyrics are accurate or not. It all makes sense as we go along. The goal to aim for what I am going for, is you really want to get as many songs of you with you singing to achieve what I'm trying to achieve here. The recommended minimum is 26 songs, but yeah, the more the better. But I'd say you need at least 8 to 10. You can probably get some good results even with 4 songs. But yeah, if you want the best results, you want to aim for at least 26 songs. But as I said, it'll make sense as we move along. So here we go. This will be a bit rough because I'm just winging it here so that I can show you guys how I do this. So let's hit record and get singing. Make sure you're at the start, hit record, and we'll sing over the music. So here we go. Monday became Tuesday. Sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period. No one noticed because things didn't change. KFC introduced 3 new burgers since then. Civilization remained the same. Okay, so if we play that back, you'll hear me shittily singing over the top of my music. Monday became Tuesday. Sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period. No one noticed because things didn't change. KFC introduced 3 new burgers since then. Civilization remained the same. So there you go. That'll give you a rough idea what we're going with here. Okay. Then once you're done, you want to hit, File and Export Audio. Then you save it as an MP3 file or WAV file, whatever format you want. The thing is, you want to go capture at least 4 minutes of sound. Okay? So you've got to sing that whole 4 minutes. And again, it'll make sense because we're now moving on to the bit that's the most important. We're getting to Suno. Okay, fire up my web browser and we are going to take a look at Suno now. So here we go. Here's Suno. Here's my environment. I'm in the Create tab, as you can see, where you create songs. Now, the thing is, you don't want to just upload your songs. I've got a folder here called Uploads. There isn't a folder called Uploads. I made that folder myself in my workspace. What you want to do now is, if you see up here, it's got Rabid Raccoon 2. You normally have your models. By default, I'm on a pro plane. So you'll see a lot more features and functionality than if you're just using their free version. And there is a massive difference because you can do stuff like what I'm about to show you now. These songs were uploaded by me, but not directly, because what you want to do, I won't show you this because I will have to wipe my model here, because as you see, there's a trash can here. But you click on create your custom model, then, and you can see, sorry, not 26, 24 plus songs for best results, and you drag and drop your own songs in here. Now, Suno's been updated that much over the last couple of years since its launch that you cannot get away with copyrighted music. If you try to upload somebody else's music, even if you sing their lyrics, if you sit there and put on AC/DC and sing along to Thunderstruck and record yourself and then upload that, it'll get flagged. It just knows, okay, because it searches lyrics as well as the music and stuff. And you'll see a lot of earlier Suno tutorial videos out there where people are showing you how to basically use copyrighted material with Suno. But they want nothing to do with that because they're already getting legal action and stuff like that. It's an ongoing fight. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it. But as you can see, yeah, upload your 26 songs. Once it's done, you don't need 26 songs though, or 24 songs, sorry. As you can see, it says upload 24 plus for best results. It's not telling you that you need to upload those. So you could upload 6 songs and you will get a decent result. I've experimented with this, so you're just going to have to trust me on it. Also, you need Pro for this because you'll see up here in the corner, you get credits. Over here on my profile, I've got 1,865 credits. They'd only just renewed the other day, and I've already burnt through heaps of them because like I said, I produce hundreds of songs until I get the version that's right by me. Maybe I'll do some rewrites. Like that song I was singing, I said about it being KFC's released 3 new burgers since then. Well, I tripped over to that because it's meant to be KFC introduced 10 new burgers since then, but it doesn't matter because we're going to clean it up. Here are some of the songs I've done. Here's Rerun Life, the song I was just singing then. And just so you know,
Monday became Tuesday, sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period.
So you can quite clearly hear that is me. No AI, no computer cleanup or anything like that. Then we've got remix, and we want to use cover here. So bam, it throws everything over here, including because it's uploaded, it'll have the lyrics completely wrong here because it's doing speech to text. So what I want to do is I want to get my actual lyrics, which will be easy because here's one I played baked earlier. Okay, so you want to go copy and paste them. The thing is, you got these voices here. Now with the voices, I can then go, and each one's based on the songs that I have uploaded. So Infinite Skies, Trev. Well, that is me singing Mask Myself. And I just named it the Infinite Skies because that way I know it's that one because that's the Infinite Skies, Infinite Me song of mine. And so I've got different voices with different music here. I've resung a lot of my original AI-generated music and re-uploaded that because I'm doing, hopefully, what I'm going to be remastering my songs I've already uploaded to YouTube, but it's going to be me singing. So for this case, we're going to use, not Spectrum, Fading Away Trev, okay? So Fading Away Trev, that's me singing my song, I'm fading away, drifting through time. And then we go hit the create button here. There's other settings and stuff you can experiment around with down here. It's probably a good idea to change the name of it. Rerun Life Trend, Demo YT for Demo YouTube, so they know that's what it is. Then we want to save it to the folder. I want it in the me folder. And then we want to hit create. And there's the settings I was talking about. So what it's doing is, well, oops, I forgot to pick my model. So here's my model, the Rabid Raccoon 2 model, because it's the second model I built. The first one I did had 6 songs by me in it. This current one has 12 songs in it. Once I've got another 12 songs, I will re-upload them and build an even better model of myself. But this one, it does a pretty good job. And then what we want to do is hit generate and let it go. You'll see once it generates, bam, there goes 10 credits. It costs 5 credits per song. And then you just got to sit back and wait for it to do its thing. It just randomly generates thumbnails. And you can go in there even then. That's got AI tools so you can sort of click, change thumbnails, etc. Okay, so we'll wait for that and then we'll come back and then we'll play those 2 songs for you as well as you can see ones that I've already made because like I said, I go through a lot of them. And these aren't even a fraction, these are only a fraction of them because I've had like 100 of them and I delete them. Once if I'm not happy with them, I generate more and I delete the ones I do not like. Well, while it's doing that, I guess, I could give you a taste of Spectrum Girls here, where it's me singing. Hopefully that's not too loud.
I love the colors of your spectrum, girl. Their vibrance is really out of this world. Yeah, girl, maybe I am looking at your tailgate, but what I'm checking out is the size of your traits. I can take or leave the normie girls, nothing wrong there.
There you go. That's a sample of what you can get. And then once you're done, you can hit the buttons here and you can go like download and you can download MP3, a WAV file, the higher quality version if you're on Pro, get stems if you're on Pro, and video via Pro. Because I can also do that too. I'll just sit here, I can jot out some lyrics here, or I can do it in a text file, then copy them here, and then generate a song that I like the sound of, then I will download that song without the vocals in it. I'll get all the music, the stems, like I just posted into Audacity there. And because I know how it's meant to sound, I can sing along to it the correct way, so that when I produce my final version of it, it'll actually sound better than if I just threw my voice in there. I think so anyway. Same here. If you do the voice, I don't need a voice. I can just use the model. But I find the voice, as I said, it really focuses on the style and the delivery that you want, because each voice, it has different music. Although it does convert them a bit. So if I sit there and go voice here, if you click here, it's already made them sound a bit AI.
Just another day. Or was it yesterday?
Because that is not the song I uploaded, but that's just how it does voices. The end results are good. But here we go. The Trev Demo YouTube rerun live is ready, so let's check it out.
Monday became Tuesday, sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period. No one noticed because things didn't change. KFC introduced 10 new burgers since then. Civilization continued. Every day's identical with different advertisements, new packaging, same disappointment. Have you seen the latest streaming show? Mate, it's just Star Wars.
Okay, but that is like a fresh build. If I've done it where you'll see here, it's a cover of one of my earlier songs, the earlier version of this, and this one's closer to the sound that I want. I haven't listened to this one yet. That's why it's got the red dot on it, or had the red dot on it.
Monday became Tuesday, sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period. No one noticed because things didn't change. KFC introduced 10 new burgers since then.
There's 10 new burgers.
Civilization continued. Every day's identical with different advertisements, new packaging.
And there you go. That song will be uploaded to the YouTube channel soon. I've got a whole bunch of ones. There's one I'm working on that I want to get out there, and it's about me. I wrote it the week after I got out of a stroke. And so here's another earlier version that I'm using as the cover here.
Monday became Tuesday, sometime during the Howard government to Kevin 07 period.
My Friend the Monster, that's another one I'm going to do a remaster and re-release
I'm
of.
friends with the monster inside of my head. I'm friends with the monster inside of my head. I'm friends with the monster inside of my head, because that's where they live, not under your bed. But he was beaten into submission. I'm friends with the monster inside of my head. World made it stronger, kept it.
And it's the same thing too. I can sometimes get a bit high pitched for somebody whose voice is naturally deep and stuff like that, and I've got to remember it when I'm singing too. And some of the tracks I do, I'll actually be in a deep voice. I'm friends with the monster inside of my head. I'm friends with the monster inside of my head. Instead of, I'm friends with the monster inside of my head. But anyway, this is how I make my music. And this is how I feel like I don't make my music AI slop. I've got my own unique genre and sound. It doesn't fall under a particular category. You can do crazy stuff like change styles. Like I could turn this into a K-pop song if I wanted to. Let's see if we can. Oh well, Spectrum Girls. We'll do a cover of Spectrum Girls. Let's do a cover of this song. And this time I'll use the version of me that is the different different flags, same parade song. The one where it's red, blue, or rainbow, you're all the same. Which is, of course, me singing it. So different. Oops, no, not Spectrum Trev. That's the voice. That's the voice I've ripped from me singing this song, and the voice I used to record the song I'm doing a cover of here. So we'll go different flags. It's a bit more rocky metal. However, we will go down here. Let's get rid of all these and go K-pop, J-pop. And it gives you recommendations down here too. So let's go pop rock, do all the pops. upbeat, energetic, heavy metal. Oops. So we could add a bit of heavy metal in there. And we'll see what that can do. We'll leave the settings at 50-50 and all that. And then, yeah, we hit the create button and we'll come back once this is done. Okie dokie. So those two songs are done. But first of all, I want to hear, let's remind you of the original.
I love the colors of your spectrum, girl. Their vibrance is really...
There's me singing that. And here's me hopefully still singing it. But now it's got a bit of electric guitar and
I love the colors of your spectrum, girl.
But the voice and everything, as you can hear, it sounds the same. But I can adjust that by, let us go style influence. Let's go hard rock. We'll make it a metal song with a positive vibe. This is just trial and error of what works with the prompts. Okay, one male baritone. Let's go techno. Let's go techno beat. Go quirky. And got style up to 80s, weirdness up to there. We'll turn me down a little bit. Take me down to 70%. And it's important when you do your lyrics to make sure you've got things like intro, these tags, verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus 2, verse 2. And there are other things you can put in those tags. Experiment with them. I use in mine what I need to get the sound that I end up getting. Okay, so we'll come back to that one. That one's done. Okay, so that took a couple of minutes to generate. So let's hear one of these new ones with completely different, like it's really leaning into the rock and the metal. This one. Guitar work there.
I love the colors of your spectrum, girl. Their vibrance is really out of this world. Yeah, girl, maybe I am looking at your tailgate.
Yeah, so that one there, I think it gives you a good idea where the overall, my voice doesn't change that much, but you can hear the instruments and things. So if you put a lot of work in it, you can make songs sound completely different. So that's how Rabid makes Rabid Raccoon's music and songs. All the songs are based around my own life experiences, but let us switch back to the full cam. That's how I make my music. Is I write the lyrics. The songs are all based on my own life experiences and how I see things. Like Spectrum Girls there. It's not just about autistic girls. It's more sort of aimed at Aspie kind of women. I find that, you know, the women I've always been attracted to have always usually been neurodivergent of some kind. Same as that Rerun Life. It's, you know, the song's about just how life's on repeat, it feels like sometimes. And we're also working on my stroke song that I recorded after coming out of my last malignant stroke. And hopefully it is the last malignant stroke I have. I'm recovering very, very slowly. Getting there. But yeah, we've got funny ones like this. I haven't uploaded it yet because I think I need to make an actual channel that's dedicated to my darker sort of music. Let me just let you play this one for you. I guess I should bring up the browser so you can see even the thumbnail. Rabid Raccoon in a military outfit. So yeah, we'll have a quick listen to this one.
Citizens, the time has come. The Asperger supremacy has begun. All hail the new age!
Yeah, I love that one. It's got a massive military marching sort of beat sound to it. Okay, so hope that educated or entertained you. I'm going to wrap it up here. I'm going to give you some advice and some tips. Number one, write the lyrics yourself. Sit down, open up a notepad, and get typing. Okay? If you need a workaround, you can't get your music together, that's when I say go to AI. I don't use AI to write my songs for me, but I might use them to try and help me get things rhyming better. I'll copy and paste my lyrics into it and say, I don't like this line, but I can't think of something else, and it'll offer up suggestions. And it usually won't I won't use its suggestions, but it's enough for me to go, oh, no, actually, seeing what you've written there, it made me think exactly what I want to put into that line or that verse. That's just how I do it. I like my music. Same with this YouTube channel. I do it for me, not for everybody else. If other people enjoy it, that's great. But I'm making my music to amuse myself. And amuse me, it does. And entertains me. I've actually got a playlist on my phone. So when I'm driving around, I'm driving to my own music. Yeah, secondly, don't just hit generate, because that's where AI slop comes from. A lot of people will put in like a prompt, a very basic prompt, hit generate, and go, wow, I like that. And I'll go with the first results that it spits out. My songs end up being like 3 minutes 30 to 4 minutes 30 in length. And a lot of that is because it's me writing the lyrics. AI will try and keep it nice and concise and you'll get like a 2.5 minute song. Also, put some effort into it. You don't have to spend 8 days or months as I have. Hell, I've got songs that I've been working on for over a year now. And again, I didn't want to release them for 2 reasons. One, until it was me singing them. And number 2, I'm having a go at trying to get some actual animated music videos happening, not just a wallpaper with subtitles on it, which I've been doing for all of my songs since I launched the Rabid Raccoon channel. But yeah, use the LLM as a tool and rely on yourself for everything else. Make the effort, put the effort in, experiment with music styles and tags, learn how to work out your lyrics and stuff like that too, because you'll see in some of my lyrics I'll put dashes or M dashes as they're called, which people mistake it as AI wrote your stuff, but it's like, no, you put things in like that so you have a pause between in a sentence. You might go have a lyrics that are like, I'm thinking about, and then you want to pause, so it's like, I'm thinking about my car, instead of I'm thinking about my car. You want I'm thinking about, pause, my car, and that's where a dash comes in. Or maybe you want another slight pause at the end of a sentence, so you put 3 dots, 3 full stops at the end. And so experiment with your lyrics. Also, you want decent sound quality, you got to pay for it. Unfortunately, you're not going to get as good sound with the free versions as you do with Pro plus the free versions. You get 50 points per day that you can spend on your tracks, and it'll also limit, like, let me just show you here. It'll restrict the models that you're on. So you can see here, you got 5 Pro, but then 4.5-all is a free model, then Pro is a free model, and then 3.5. My earlier songs, if you go to my Rabid Raccoon channel, the earlier songs that came out, most of them, well, the first couple of ones were done with the version 3.5 model, like Friends with the Monster and Spectrum Girls, for example. And so if you want to get up to Pro, and honestly, these are good, but they're nowhere near as good as the 5 models up. And hey, they're not as good as my Rabid Raccoon model. As I said, that was enough from me. Thank you very much for watching, taking the time out. Hopefully you've learned something from this. It may seem a bit rushed, but I'm just showing the basics. I'm showing that I am not producing AI slop. If anybody thinks I am, I'm showing that it's actually me putting in the work and actually me singing and getting the sound that I want, and showing that you can do it too. Okay. I might get into more tutorials in the future. I do have some locally installed AI tools that also music and sound generation, and amongst other things. As I make my music video, hopefully I might be able to demonstrate that. Some people have seen on my Discord and my social media samples of a video that I'm making with a female fox that moves around and sings to the song that I've got. And that's another unreleased song. Oops, not my problem. Is its title. Okie dokie. Well, feel free to leave a like, a subscribe, and definitely a comment. It all helps me out. Gets those algorithms recommending me. I will catch you on the next video, if there is a next video. Rabid out. Bye-bye.